Welcome to Heroes Assembly. My name is Africa Awu, the grandson of all revolutionary ancestors. Still on COVID-19 outbreak in Nigeria, the federal government declared 2 weeks lockdown, before which a state like Lagos was already on lockdown for a partial lockdown for 2 weeks. Just this evening, federal government has declared that another 2 weeks has been added to the initial 2 weeks lockdown, which makes it a total of 4 weeks of total lockdown of major states. What I want to talk about is this: COVID-19 outbreak. We are not doing enough in Nigeria. Why do I say we are not doing enough in Nigeria? I was thinking that the first 2 weeks of lockdown, our government will seize it to fumigate areas. I mean re-fumigation. Not what we are seeing all over this media, social media or what have you, where we have people moving about in Lagos, in Delta, in Edo State, and some other states like that, where they move about with what we can call fumigation of area to kill grasses and cockroaches or what have you. I mean real fumigation. We've not seen anything of such. Also, we've only had 5,000 people that has been tested in Nigeria, despite the fact that we've declared lockdown all this while. How much is it to set up a molecular clinic where people can be tested? It won't cost more than 4 million, unless I'm mistaken. I don't think I am. It won't cost more than 4 million. How much has been donated to the government? If our government are actually serious about the fight against COVID-19, by now they will have set up this clinic across all local governments where people can be tested en masse. But surprisingly, a country with over 200 million population have only tested 5,000 people. Where do we stand in terms of this fight positively? Just think about it. Now we are in April. We still have a lot of sunshine, and news have it that this disease does not flourish in hot weather. As we approach rainy season and people are already at home now, won't it get to a stage whereby people will say they are tired of staying at home and they will defy laws and order, saying that if corona wants to kill them, let it kill them, they can't die of hunger? And that will be in June, when we'll be having rainy season. Won't that be a crisis of community infection? Our government need to look into this very critically, because as we approach rainy season, there's tendency for the disease to spread because it flourishes well in cold weather. And now that people are already at home, we've had cases of unrest in Lagos, people robbing to steal pot of soup, people robbing just to steal 300 naira. Yesterday, a guy was caught. He stole a paint rubber of Gary, one Indomie noodle, and a laptop. Although by stealing a laptop alone, that shows he's a thief. But if he's not hungry, I don't think he will add Gary and Indomie to his stealing business. Such is the case and the problem we are in already today. And with the lockdown being extended and people crying of hunger, believe me, we are in for a serious problem ahead of us. We are in for a serious problem. These first 2 weeks of lockdown, politicians have seized it to share what they call palliative. If that is what they meant by palliative, I don't think they know what they are doing, because during the electionary period, they know how to go doorstep to doorstep to share 5,000 naira for those sharing 5,000. Some share 10,000 alongside rice, beans, gari. just to secure votes. But it is now time to share palliative for those affected with this by this lockdown. They are now gathering people. We are talking about social distancing. These people will gather a lot of people just to share 5 cups of beans and 50 naira noodles. Is that what they call palliative? I don't seem to understand us. And because of the distrust between the people and the government, some are already calling it COVID 419. That is the extent the people can go just to show their anger to the government of the day. Some are already calling it COVID 419. When they were fumigating a particular area in Auchi, people were shouting, "Now this kind of one, now what they do? Now so they fumigate for other countries where they show for news." And truth be told, what kind of fumigation is that? Are we trying to eradicate cockroaches and flies in the community, or we are talking about COVID-19? There's a need for our government to be sincere in the fight against this coronavirus disease. I said it in one of my previous videos that as long as there will be money given to states, it will be difficult to know the actual number of those who are genuinely affected by this COVID-19. It will be a case of politicians springing up numbers, and we are already at that stage already. There is virtually no state now in Nigeria that does not have coronavirus. Those who don't have it are already warming up. What kind of a people are we? What kind of a people are we? We are on lockdown to protect lives and properties. If you go to Bega, if you go to some part of Maitu, if you go to some part of Orile, aside from Ikeja and Victoria Island and some few places where these laws were strictly maintained and obeyed, if you go to all these places I just mentioned, Badagry, you will see policemen aiding and abetting those who are breaking the laws. Even some policemen have turned taxi drivers. They are the ones even carrying people around, and we are talking about social distancing and total lockdown. What exactly is the problem of some of our law enforcement agents? What exactly is their problem? If they die of this disease now, they will still blame the government. Although I know that the government is having its own faults, but believe me you, just because the government have been showing lackadaisical attitude themselves, all blame will be channeled to them. This is the state of the nation as I speak to you today. At Yanoba, at Egbeda, Yanopaja, Agege, the law of total lockdown is not completely obeyed. No wonder we've been having cases of increase in those infected with this virus despite the lockdown. Our government need to take strict measures to compel the people to obey this lockdown policy. We can't all die of their own negligence. Yes, people are hungry, which is the truth. People are hungry, but nevertheless, we should also be careful. Be that as it may, our government need to understand something. What is the essence of BVN? Is it not bank verification number, or is there other meaning to it? One person can't have 2 BVN. Why not use BVN to send whatever they can send to people? Because everyone now, both those who earn a lot of money before the lockdown and those who earn little, we are all affected today by coronavirus and the lockdown policy. Why not use this BVN to send whatever incentive they can send, whatever palliative they can send in cash to the people, so that everyone can benefit? And if at all they want to share, why not go involve NGOs, churches, religious bodies. These are the people who know their poor members. What Redeemed Christian Church of God share to their members. My own dad is a member of Redeemed Christian Church of God. I'm not a Christian though, but they brought it to our home, what they share in the church. That is a church, not a government. Now if church can do this, that means the government can do better. But unfortunately, we seem to be enriching those who are already rich with the fight of this COVID-19. No wonder some said it is COVID-419. That's not to say that we don't believe that there exists COVID-19 in Nigeria, but the way we are going about it shows that we are actually not serious as a people. This is just what I have to say, because I'm honestly not happy with what is happening in the country. Tell me what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to share with friends. Until I come your way next time, my name is Ed Daunsi Africa Awu Egbailo, the grandson of 4 revolutionary ancestors. Bye for now.